Hi guys, it's Denver, and today we are taking our robotic beats and making them a little groovier with Ableton Groove Pool. Before we really dive into it, let's talk about what groove actually is. When you hear that funky song and you want to move, that's from the timing of the notes. Think about it. When you are seeing a human person play an instrument, they can't hit on the beat or on the grid every single time. They're a little early, they're a little late, and that's what gives it that human feel, that groove. And that's what Ableton Groove Pool allows you to do. It adjusts the timing and the velocity of the notes to give you that human groovy feeling. And I'm gonna show you how to do it in 5 minutes today. Here we have a basic dance beat that I made with a kick on every beat, a snare on 2 and 4, and then hi-hats on every 8th note, and an open hi-hat every 2 bars. So this is what it sounds like with no groove. Everything is on the grid, snap to the grid. First thing you want to do is go over to the sidebar here and press on grooves, which I've already selected. And there are going to be a lot of options. You can start either on the swing ones here with numbers, or I actually like the MPC ones too. Those are pretty cool. But for this one, let's start with swing 8s because I want to swing the hats and they're on the 8th notes. And the number next to the 8s is the percentage of swing. So it's how much is it going to push the note later, if that makes sense. And you can hear what it sounds like. So let's just listen to the 8th notes on the grid by themselves. Keep that rhythm in your brain, and then you're going to hear the difference between this 8th note swing. Listen to the swing percentages. Pick your smallest subdivision. I don't have anything smaller than an 8th note right now in this beat because these kicks are on quarter notes, so is the snare, and the hi-hats are on 8th notes. So I'm going to be sticking to 8th note swing here. Let's start low and then you can go higher. I'm going to double click it, and this is the groove pool. It will show up. You can also just press this wavy button and you can see the groove pool there. And you'll also notice down here there is a groove section, and right now it's not being applied, but if you just select it, boom, now it's being applied. You can't really hear it if you're not used to hearing swing, but if you want to see what's happening, all you have to do is press this little arrow here and commit, and you can see things moving. Now, because this swing percentage is on 52% swing, it's not that high and you're not going to really see a big difference. So let's pick something larger, let's swing it 73%. You will hear it. Let's swing it. Yeah, there we go. So we can try. It almost has a hiccupy feeling to it, but it's definitely a different feel. Okay, so for the groove pool parameters, we have the bass, which is the subdivision of notes that it's affecting, quantize, which basically is snapping all your notes to the grid before the groove is applied. Then we have timing, and in my mind, the timing knob is just a wet, dry knob on how much you want the groove applied. If you think it's pushing or it's too much, you can just bring it on down, and you can just play around with it. Random is how much fluctuations do you want in the timing. It's supposed to make your groove feel more human. So if it's swinging the 8th notes, you don't want it swinging it the same way every time. So random helps with that in terms of making the timings not exactly the same. And then velocity changes the velocity of your notes. So very similar to human players. Some notes have a higher velocity and have that big attack. Some notes are hit softer, so you can adjust that. And then you'll see the difference down in the velocity here once I commit it. So you can see this one is, if I zoom in or make it a little bit bigger, you'll see this one's a little bit softer. They're not all just on a straight line. Usually I don't commit. I just kind of go between between them, but once I really like something, I do commit and see what it's doing. But you can always like undo it usually. So let me just commit something and then boom, undo. You can apply Groove not only to MIDI clips, but to audio clips as well. So put something in the Groove pool and you'll find it down here. And once you commit, you'll see the audio move as well, like you did in the MIDI. I have an amazing bonus tip for you. If you have a song where you really like the groove of it, you're like, oh, I really like the feeling, I love the groove of that. If you right click, you can extract the groove, which is amazing. It will be in your groove pool right here. And then you can just rename it like Seed Shaker Groove, and then press this little square, I believe it's a floppy disk, and it will save in your user library under grooves, and then you can use it on any project, on any drum beat that you make. So this is really helpful, especially when you want to emulate artists that have a really cool like groove or swing and you just like can't figure out what they're doing. Try this, and I hope you have fun with the Groove Pool. Let me know what you use the Groove Pool on the most, and if you want more Ableton shortcuts, check out my video here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!